Come on everybody, 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 come on everybody. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okay folks, the usual overnight, okay? One comment pyramids and one comment on the speed of light, the typical comments, okay? On the speed of light, I'm gonna go on a different angle, right? We're gonna go over the speed of light, but a different angle. Somebody says to me, I had him thinking, right? And then he goes, so what are you saying? That all of the scientists and theoreticians and qualified folk are lying? It's like, okay, so I've just asked you a question, right? It's obviously made you think, but instead of carrying on, instead of thinking this through for yourself, what you do is you instantly go, don't know, don't like where this is going. What are you saying? All of the scientists and all of everybody else is wrong, right? This is about thinking for yourselves, okay? The other one, with the pyramids, honestly, right? Back and forth, it's just so typical. Now, I will have to repeat this again, okay? We're not just doing Pyramid Giza, okay? We're talking about the three pyramids on the Giza Plateau, all right? That's Menkaure, Khufu, and Khafre, 3 pyramids, okay? The combined weight of those 3 pyramids is 13.5 million tons, right? If we translate that into Nimitz-class aircraft carriers, okay, it's the equivalent weight of 135 fully loaded aircraft carriers. 135 aircraft carriers. And then this person says to me, so I understand that all I'm hearing is common sense. And oh golly, it's ever so big. That's hardly reason enough to think it didn't happen with the Egyptians. Do you have any evidence? What's your actual evidence? Look, if we'd have been on a bus right then, he's off, right? The evidence, right, is 135 Nimitz-class aircraft carriers in weight. That's the evidence. I just want to say stupid without being offensive, right? How can people be so stupid, right? How did the Egyptians carve the equivalent weight of 135 Nimitz-class aircraft carriers? Are we thinking at all? And there'll be people now going, what's he on about? Where's his evidence? The evidence is 13.5 million tons of stone. They only had copper hand tools, for crying out loud. Now let's go over to the sun. We're going to look at it from a different angle. As we know, the sun has a diameter of 1,390,000 kilometers. Every now and again I get somebody say, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to prove? Maybe people that have only just joined, right? What I'm saying is that the light radiating from the sun radiates at absolute speed. There is no Mickey Mouse 299,792,458 meters per second. It's an absurdity. It's stupid. It's ridiculous, more than ridiculous. Right. I'm a bit grumpy this morning. I slept in, I missed church, so I'm grumpy, okay? Not really. Right, the sun has a diameter of 1,390,000 kilometers. Right? We know the myth thing. If the sun switched off, you have this bizarre Mickey Mouse Disneyland theory that it would take, if the sun then turned on, that it would take 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the light to reach planet Earth from the sun, which is obviously horseradish, which is why we're here now. Now what we have is the distance, right? We have 150 million kilometers. Do you ever think about that number? Isn't it a perfect number? Imagine if they had nailed the speed of light at 300,000 kilometers per second. What are the chances? Distance to the sun, 150 million kilometers, and the speed of light close to being 300,000. Oh, just two perfect numbers, aren't they? Right, 150 million kilometers, right? Also known as 108 sun diameters. Right? How do we know that? Because if we divide the 150 million by the 1,390,000, that is the sun's diameter, we get 108. Okay? Now then. The ridiculousness, okay? The ridiculousness, if the sun turned off and then 10 minutes later, right, so we get rid of that first 8 minutes and 20 seconds for the darkness to, it turns on, right, from off. You're saying it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds before anybody would see the light from the sun, because at 299,792 kilometers per second, that's how long it takes to travel 150 million kilometers, okay? My question is, when all this is going on, what's eyesight doing? Eyesight that's on planet Earth, looking in the direction of the sun, okay? It's off and somebody turns on. Why is people's eyesight not going to be able to pick that sun up? Why wouldn't people see it? I need to know. Our eyesight, there is no restrictions, there's no limitations on how far we can see. That's quite obvious, right? People might want to deny this fact as well. Have they managed to talk you into that your eyesight travels at 299,792,458 meters per second as well? Is that what's happened? What's happened to the eyesight? If this turned on from off and you're looking in that direction, why would you not see it? It's rubbish about this, the light's it travels 8 minutes and 20 seconds. What? It's ridiculous. But we forget, just ignore that. Why are the eyes not able to pick up the star when it turns right on? Why are the eyes, what, are they not working? Is there does this, when it turns on, does it send a blocking thing out? And it can't, because that means it would have to travel faster than the speed of light. Why is your eyesight not going to pick up the light from that star? Oh, because it doesn't reach it. It's got to. Your eyesight could be looking at Proxima Centauri at the time, right, that the sun turned back on. Right? Your eyesight sees as far as a light source will allow it. It does not matter how far away a light source is. If it's powerful enough and big enough for it to be seen, to be picked up by your eyesight, it happens immediately. There is no such thing as a light year. There is no such thing as light traveling after the fact, right? So again, you've got this Mickey Mouseness of what is it that comes? This 8 minutes and 20, it's a propagated wave. What is it? A propagated wave, and then another propagated wave comes and forms yet another wavefront, and yet another propagated wave comes and then after that, light is propagated. So we're off. What exactly is it? Is it a wall of light? What is it that's on its way towards Earth that takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds? What is it? Like a physical wall of light? What a load of rubbish. And why would the eyes not see it? And what is it? What would it be? What would it be, this light thing? They say the light takes, it does not take 4.2 years for light to reach us from Proxima Centauri. It is absolute light. There is no delay, okay? My point is, it's a pinprick, isn't it? It is a pinprick. So what exactly, what light came to us from Proxima? Just this little pinprick that took 4.2 years, and then we see it. But your eyesight goes to the source, doesn't it? Your eyesight goes to the light source. If somebody turns a light on way down there, I don't wait for the light to come here. I see the source where it's at. Like when there's an eclipse, it doesn't come to me. My eyes go up and look at the eclipse, looks at the moon and can see the sun behind. So why would eyesight not be able to pick the sun up? Why would the sun not be visible for 8 minutes and 20 seconds? It isn't logical. It's obviously bullshit. It isn't logical. So what is the logical answer for eyesight not seeing the sun if it turned on? It's such rubbish, all of this, right? It's such rubbish. You've got a star with a diameter of 1,390,000 kilometers that's only 108 diameters of itself away from planet Earth. And you are naive enough to believe it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds. 4.6 seconds per diameter. 4.6 seconds per diameter. 1, 2, 3, 4.6. 1, 2, 3, 4.6. It's insane. It's ridiculous. You need to start thinking for yourselves. That comment this morning, I could tell that person was because of the interaction we had. I didn't know he was thinking about it, and then it spooked him, and he comes back and goes, "So what are you saying? That they're all lying? That they're all lying?" I say that some of them are lying, and some of them have fallen for it, just like you guys, because nobody is thinking about these things logically. Light is very easy to work out, okay? It's on or it's off. If it's going to reach you, it reaches you instantly, right? 8 minutes and 20 seconds. It's ridiculous. The bigger the light source, the further it will radiate its light at absolute speed. Slam dunk. Prove it. No, you guys prove that the sun's light has been worked out. This has been going on for a couple of years now. Where is the study that the sun's light has been timed or clocked, measured? It hasn't. Oh, but it's exactly the same as any old light. Oh, like this light. The sun's light is like this light, okay? Is that right? Guys, you need to snap out of this. I am not the enemy, okay? And I'm going to say something. I can feel it. I got a funny feeling when they allow my content to fly, thousands of views. Some of my posts have 4,000-5,000 views in the last few weeks, right? The pyramid ones. All of a sudden, it's like the brakes have gone on a little bit again, okay? TikTok the same. I know people go, "Oh, it's probably people are sick of your shit." I don't think it is that, okay? I am telling you guys, I know what I'm talking about. I am not talking horseradish. Don't, if you start to see or you stop seeing, you start to see that I'm posting less and less, please come to Rumble. All of my content goes there first, all right? I am not the enemy. So it's rumble.com, and I am Indigo. Capital C, 1. Indigo C1. Look, I don't even care if you, it'd be great to have some subscribers. I've only got like 7, right? I am not talking horseradish, right? Don't ignore what I'm saying. Do not ignore what I'm saying. Give yourselves time to work this out, right? I know a lot of you, loads of you have got the pyramid thing, right? Loads of messages. People don't like saying these things in front of people. Some people do, but I get messages saying, I had my doubts. Thank you. It's obvious. It is obvious. The Egyptians, not even this civilization here, could carve, could quarry the equivalent of 135 aircraft carriers. Each aircraft carrier has something like 70 airplanes on it. They've got, it's insane. One carrier weighs 100,000 tons. That's the equivalent of 40,000 2.5 ton stones, okay? The Egyptians had jack to do with the pyramids. It's obvious. Right, guys, I ain't giving up. Please, start to tune in. You want, it's hard to get an objective opinion, an objective answer from somebody, right? When talking about these things, because everybody's a bit biased. What you do, everybody knows somebody, whether it could be a younger brother, sister, niece, guy that works down the local grocery store. Somebody that you know, somebody who you know, who has got no idea about the speed of light. Just got no idea. It's not a common thing. I say it's not a common thing. Loads of people don't go for this stuff. You ask some people and they'll go, listen, I have mentioned the pyramids to a couple of people here in Australia. I swear to God. Now, these people were 17 years old and older. I swear, right? A couple of them had never heard of the pyramids. How is that even possible? How is it even possible, right? This is what I'm saying, guys. Every corner of the planet teaches their narrative, right? Just start thinking for yourselves, right? These are easy to work out, these two. All right. Ask people who have no idea about the speed of light thing, right? And see what they say about the light radiating from the sun. You ask them, say, I nearly forgot to finish off. Say to them, hey, see that sun, our star, how long do you think it takes for the light to get here to us from that sun, right? Don't give them prompts. Don't say 8 minutes 15, 8 minutes 20. No, right? Don't say anything. Just ask them. Even maybe your mum and dad might not even go for this kind of stuff. If you don't talk with them about this stuff, they might be clueless about it. Just spring it on them. Say, hey, mum, dad, little sister, niece, guy working down the road, a friend who you know is not so clued up on stuff, right? Just random question. Matey, how long do you think it takes the sun to radiate its light to us? And see what the most common answer is. I guarantee you it's not freaking 8 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Most people go, I don't know, I hadn't really thought about it. Is it not like instant? All right, peeps, laters.